So thankfully I realized that OBS wasn't recording before I started this reaction and was just doing the intro. Uh, that's a bit of a save. Make sure to support the original release. As always, with all new releases, support the original music video first before coming to this reaction. I will be right here waiting for you. Hey everybody, just making sure that I'm recording. What's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. I'm super hyped for Super Lady by I-DLE. I've talked about this concept in my Super Lady trailer reaction if you're interested. And as always, these are just my thoughts, my interpretation. You can take it, leave it, expand on it, disagree. As long as we're all respectful, I don't really see a problem. Seems like a weird concept nowadays because people suddenly, if they disagree with you, it's automatically like a shouting or a cursing match or like hating each other. But it obviously doesn't have to be the case. But I talked about this concept quite a bit in the trailer reaction, even though visually and sound-wise, this is going to be a bit of a 180 from Wife. At its core, Wife is still fairly similar, I guess, because it was a bit of a commentary and like I guess a sarcastic commentary on the traditional slash perfect wife that I-DLE were basically stomping on that premise of them not being that perfect wife that you expect to do everything for you and just be smiling, nodding, and just being quiet and just doing everything as you please, which I thought was a really catchy song. The playfulness, like obviously the sarcastic vibes were really, really awesome. Like some people got annoyed. I think that the song even got banned on some stations, and probably one of the first few times where I will say good job Cube for sticking up and kind of like protecting, I guess, in a way, I-DLE, because they didn't budge on changing the lyrics in order to let the song be played at a radio station. I don't remember which one, but they said that since it's not a title song, it's a B-side, they don't feel the need. That's not the song that is going to be promoted, so they're not going to change the lyrics. So in a way, I guess good job Cube for, standing up and protecting I-DLE in a way. But yeah, I'm very excited about this one. I have the lyrics pulled up on genius.com. There's no captions on this video, however. So we're going to have a first listen, maybe pause here and there, and then have another listen, and then talk about the lyrics more specifically. So without further ado, and also, I'm actually going to include the performance video as well. And I'm pretty sure I've seen like a dance practice teaser or something like that, and it involves Kirsten. And I'm very, very excited about that because if you watched my reactions to Street Woman Fighter Season 2, quick shameless plug to Patreon, I adore her. I'm quite, yeah. Let's get into it. Whoa. Wait. The funny thing is this, I also just started reacting to Protus 101 and Sion appeared there, and I was surprised because I didn't realize that she was going to be there. This is such a stark difference. But to hear her sing like that is holy shit. Whoa. That's a scorpion. Holy shit. We got Cruella? What the? Holy shit. Obviously, the first thought is Emma Stone, but I actually watched the original. That one is imprinted in my mind, and I absolutely hated Glenn Close's character. But damn, that is amazing. Holy smokes. Ooh. Whoa. Oh my god. Whoa, that they crush that. Wait, did something change in her eyes? What happened there? Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, the eye rolled. Eyes roll back. Yuki, you. Oh. This is a holy shit. Ooh. Yuki. Oh. Nini is outstanding. Oh my. Ooh. Oh my god. Holy shit. The scale of this music video. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, so thankfully we do have the English captions on this video. Literally 2 minutes ago, as of me recording this reaction, Cube added them so I don't have to go back and forth between the screen and my phone. Now, the music video, the scale of it is so freaking grand. The fact that Soyeon starts the song with those incredible high vocals is such a fucking statement. Not because you wouldn't necessarily expect it from her. Obviously, she's so insanely talented that it doesn't necessarily surprise me, but it's such a 1-2 punch to have one of the best rappers in the game, producers and everything else, start the song with that amazing voice. Now, in terms of like some of the things that I saw right off the bat, an interesting thing other than Cruella with Yuki, obviously, we'll talk about that in a second, but there was like a statue that explodes. I'm assuming a statue of a man. I don't know the details. I'm not sure. There's also like a statue that Soyeon is literally standing on in the palm of. There was an interesting sculpture of a scorpion, which I thought was kind of interesting because in one of the older music videos by I-DLE, Soyeon literally gets bit by a scorpion, but she gets bit because she chooses to go back to it. It's almost like kind of like a relationship that you kind of like lie yourself about ending it, and then you come back. It was all kind of like just you trying to force yourself to forget this person, but you keep coming back. So she like intentionally gets bit or stung by the scorpion. So the fact that she's dancing on it, she's like controls it in a way, is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's a bit of a throwback, but Cruella, that was a really cool touch. Obviously, it's more so the Emma Stone 2021 Cruella movie, because in that one, she doesn't kill the Dalmatians, and it actually becomes kind of like a character development factor as far as like who the dogs were in her childhood, the death of her mother and all that kind of stuff, her sparing the dogs and actually having dogs, the condition that she was born with, because of which she has like the black and white hair and like the Dalmatians, black and white, the spots and all that kind of stuff. Just representing the fact that this is what I talked about in the trailer reaction, that they represented I-DLE in a way kind of like majestic with like the sand, the galactical sand, but they also show them as like these generals. So they have like the elegance, but then they also have the ruthlessness within them. They can still forgive in a way, which is why she doesn't kill the dogs or takes revenge. To me, it was a really cool representation of like Yuki being Cruella as like fashionable, ruthless, smart, but also damaged, but still being able to become the character that she becomes despite her rough upbringing, the everything that she's been through. She still came off the other side being able to forgive in a way, if that makes any sense. There's obviously like the general hat, which is almost like this silver hat or like diamonds, I'm not really sure, which is also really, really cool. There's a lot of shit happening in this music video, so let's take it back, let's talk about it, and obviously talk a little bit about these lyrics. Like this whole fucking stadium show is like, oh. I Never Die, literally the album. Yeah. If you dare step to me, slay it. Nice. That was cool. And I'm recording this voiceover after doing the reaction, but Mini's hair, at first I thought that maybe there's a little bit of a spider vibes to it, but now seeing that Mion has like the snake elements, maybe Mini is actually supposed to represent a variation of Medusa, potentially, and you know, you are not supposed to look at her, otherwise you will turn into literal stone, which is why the stone actually gets blown up. Maybe that's the case. There's like the scorpion that Sion literally rides on, which again, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a throwback. I believe it was Hun, if I'm not mistaken, where she gets stung. But the reference, the callback to I Never Die is also really, really cool. Damn. Oh. That's cool. And it's kind of interesting because like I talked about it in other reaction. It has nothing to do with like idols concept in general, but like you know, seeing the people that just flex their luxury when in reality it's all either fake or it's not fulfilling, but it's something that just gets views, sells courses and whatnot. It's so like if you're a true leader, if you're a king or whatever, you don't scream to everyone that you're a king, that you're an alpha. Actions kind of like speak louder than words, and which is why they say a true hero, a real hero, a true hero is ready to shoot. So cut the shit, shoot the shit, just ready to go. You know, less talk, less pretentiousness, luxury in quotation, because it's not actually real or fulfilling, is also really, really nice. And also the things that they think that would attract women when they flex on you, and immediately within like 5 minutes of your date. I think there was like a video by Charlie, aka Penguin10, that he talked about a guy who went on a couple of dates with all these different women, who created a group chat on Facebook, a private one. And they were like, yeah, he was immediately talking about money. He was just talking about how much he has. And the guy got so mad that he sued them, which is obviously kind of like weird. And not very, you know, manly, I guess. But yeah, also, the group was private, by the way. Is also a really, you know, important thing. And he just blew it all up. So kind of a nice thing. There was a cake with a card. I think it said queen in it, which makes sense because that's the top of the food chain in terms of like this concept. There's no king, there's a queen. Because the queen can move in chess, she can move however she likes, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. Oh, the snakes! I did not notice the snakes. That's pretty cool. Damn, that was dope. Holy shit, Mion's vocals are incredible. Please cover Nightwish. Just one day, one song by them. I really want her in a symphonic rock song cover. That would be incredible. Tougher Than Any Man, but I think that this might get overlooked because they're gonna see the Tougher Than Any Other Man and they're gonna be, oh man, they're talking shit about man again. But then they repeat it, Tougher Than Anyone Else. So if you choose to be offended by it before actually reading the next line, it's not just we're tougher than other men, we're tougher than everyone else. Much like the kind of like the Cruella storyline in the 2021 movie with Yuki kind of like literally channeling that inner Cruella in terms of coming from rough places, having everything created as a platform for you to turn into a true supervillain. She turns into a bit of an anti-hero kind of thing because she doesn't kill the dogs in the actual 2021 movie as opposed to like the old stuff. And me absolutely hating the Glenn Close, Cruella when I was a child and fucking traumatized. But yeah, this is really, really dope. And like the snakes start kind of like creeping up and all that kind of stuff as she talks about, even if my lipstick is smudged, even if I cry, if my mascara is running out, which reminds me, I talked a little bit, I don't know if I talked about the song in this reaction, Puppet Show by XG, which is also kind of like a thing that it's not necessarily about putting men down, but rather making sure that that, women get the respect that they deserve, because in other regions where that respect is probably already earned in the Western world, for example, in terms of like power status, in other regions it's not, which is why like XG were talking about it, which is why I-DLE is talking about it. It's not so much about putting the fucking men down, but rather let you know of like that there's more to it than just women being in that same place that they've always been, like traditionally as with wife. So even if, and XG literally had like the lyrics, never let another boy ruin my mascara, make me cry. If the lipstick is smudged, I'm still tougher than you and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool too. Damn. Ooh. The explosion of the statue of a man. Damn, the snake eyes is cool. Ooh. Oh yeah. Even with burning flames, okay. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. 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 Fucking hell. Ooh. Yes, sir, super fast. Ooh. Damn. Damn. So that was cool because Mion's pre-chorus talked about, even if my lipstick is smudged, I'm still tougher than you. Yuki's pre-chorus talks about, even if there's flames burning, I'm still gonna jump into the fire and all that kind of stuff. Kind of like both things. One is more literal, one is a little bit more metaphorical. Especially kind of like with the backstory of the rendition of Cruella, which Yuki is representing in this one. Now, I do want to note that, in my opinion, this song is not supposed to put anyone down. It's a metaphor. believing that you have a superpower, that you're a super lady, you're stronger than Superman. You will jump into the fire. You will own everyone and everything because you believe in yourself. Much like the trailer for Super Lady, and we had those women that surround Idol. Those are like the women who don't believe in themselves and they see Idol as an inspiration or like as a way out of their toxic homes or their tragedies that define them. They see Idol who are ready to take charge and basically be like these generals of a movement that will empower them. It doesn't mean that fuck this guy and that guy. It means that don't fall for this dumb fuck and this dumbass just because they flaunt their money at you and they are oozing with luxury when in reality there's like no personality, or they expect you to be that same fearful woman that you were when you were insecure, when you went through a traumatic experience. A man that doesn't value you for the person that you could become and only expects you to stay the scared person that you were then because he can manipulate you or take charge of you or just control you and feel like all you need from him is, or feel like all he needs is to just throw money at you or something like that. uh, this to me is like a giant metaphor to believe in yourself when no one else does. So believe that you have a superpower. Believe that your past experiences are not going to define you, and that you can come up from the other side. Look at Sion. Look at what she's been through, the critiques that she's been through, the shit that she's been through, and now she's on literally on top. And she starts off the song with a fucking high note, and she is one of the most successful idols that there are. That's the superpower. And Idol in general. Obviously, I don't want to take anything away from them because whenever we talk about Idol, we talk about producer Soyeon and like her vision and all that kind of stuff. But these ladies, all of them fucking owned it. So that's freaking incredible, in my opinion. And, one of the things that make iconic female characters iconic, like the Ripley's of Alien, the Emily Blunt, in my opinion, from like Edge of Tomorrow, the Bride from Kill Bill, fucking Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and so on and so on. It's not the fact that they're just written as this woman is strong. She beats everyone. There's no battle. There's nothing for you to feel like you are relating to. Those characters, those iconic characters, are iconic because they overcame shit. They had fear. They had emotion. They had stuff that they're fighting for fundamentally, and stuff that they weren't just written as strong female character because it literally just said she's a strong female character without any context, which is kind of like a problem sometimes with some movies where I'm supposed to believe that even a male character is strong just because like he's buff and that's pretty much it. Like, so with everything that Idol has kind of gone through as well, and all of their songs from their past that do express the emotion and vulnerability and fight and tragedy and all that kind of stuff. If you take all of that in context, this song actually kind of like becomes iconic. If this is your first time listening to the song and you're like, oh, again, ladies are powerful, and you roll your eyes, I feel like context is very, very important. And again, much like I talked about, I think in the intro, this concept in the Western world might be something that you've seen a lot because women are actually have like that power. In some other regions of the world, these songs are very, very important because it actually empowers women that don't feel like they have that ability to be quote unquote super. So yeah, that's kind of like what I take from it, and the fact that this is literally like a stadium show, basically, of empowerment. I'll take it as that, as like a huge inspirational metaphor. And if you don't believe it, then just look at Idol themselves and how far they've come. And despite all of everything that they've been through, they still knocked it out of the park every single fucking time. I haven't yet found a song by I-DLE that I listened to and I was like, it's no big deal. Every song that I listened to was at the very least pretty fucking good. So yeah, that's my take. Let's move on because I've been talking about this music video for a long time and the performance video actually came up. So let's check it out. I'm excited about the performance video as much as I was for the music video. Damn, holy shit, this is pretty epic. Ooh, salute to you too. Didn't even get the chance to speak about how incredible they look. Holy shit. Whoa. Ooh.
I'm a top super lady. Oh, I never lose, yeah. 'Cause kinda super. I'm a top super lady. Oh, I never die, party.
I never die, so cool.
Boy, 그렇게 피게 벗어. 우리 love, love, love. 따윈하게 뻐뻐. 이렇게 what. 저기 따윈 없어. 날 많은다면 say.
Ooh, I like that. Like, I don't need your fucking help. Nice. Shua is sassy. Ooh. Them repeating the line in unison is also cool. All of them believing that.
Lady, call me super lady. Lady. Follow ladies. I want ladies. Super ladies. 하나, 둘, 셋. Mama say 너 언젠가 세상을 망칠 악. 그 컵에 질린 눈빛도 제 못됐으니까. 안개 눈빛은 패왕색 백이 여왕의 자리도 베디 백인 백이다 기절한 각성이 겁먹은데 벨. 그래 빼는 게 없거든 do you know? 길이 다 번졌다.
Nice. This is one of their best songs.
Lady, call me super lady.
Damn.
Lady, follow ladies, our ladies, super ladies. Let go and fearless, we came to take ground.
Ooh.
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Everybody say 누가 우리 부른다면 yes, super fast. 누가 우리 만난다면 yes, super.
If only this was an actual concert, people would go fucking berserk.
Yes, I got superpower. Yes, I'm a.
Damn. That was pretty freaking dope. I honestly don't know what else to say. I did kind of like fail to talk about how incredible these girls looked because I got too carried away. It was one of the most stylistic music videos we've checked out so far on this channel. It was so incredibly pretty and mesmerizing. At the same time, like if the concept of wife, if like the sarcastic nature kind of like didn't do it for some people and it kind of like went over their head potentially, then this song pretty much takes the intention of wife and it amplifies it by 1,000 and pretty much tells it to you straight of where I-DLE stand. I thought that this was pretty freaking dope. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If I made any sense, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to like this, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, check out the rest of my I-DLE reactions, and album reaction is coming. Not sure exactly when, but I'm going to try and do it as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Be well and safe wherever you are. See you.